Good afternoon to everyone. I am Gaurav Gupta. I come back again with a new video for the class 8. Today in this session we are going to start class 8 chapter 12, and the name of the chapter is what? Exponent and power. So firstly we have to clear what is exponent and what is power. For example, I am writing a number 8. 8 is a number. 8 can be written in terms of multiple of factor 2. You can write 8 as a 2 multiply 2 multiply 2, because if we multiply 2 3 times we get 8. So this 8 can be written in terms of exponent and power. How we can write? So in this what? Firstly we have to write the number. What's the number in this case? 2 is the number. So you have to write number. Then take a power. Power indicates the number how many times it comes. So it comes 3 times. So you have to write 2 raised to the power 3. So what's the answer is 8. So this form is basically called exponent and power. So this is what? 2 is called exponent and 3 is called power. It's very simple to decide whether the exponent is what? The base is called the exponent and the power is called the power. So this form is basically called exponent and power. I am taking another example. For example, 64. 64 can be written in terms of multiple factor of 2. 2 into 2 into 2 into 2 into 2. So how many times 2 comes? 2 comes 6 times. So 64 can be written in terms of 2 raised to the power 6. So what is exponent is? Exponent is again 2. And what's the power is? Power is 6. Now the main question arises, how we can read it? So read according to what? You have to read according to manner. Firstly you have to speak. I am saying how to speak. How to speak this? Firstly you have to speak 2. 2 raised to the power, raised to the power is what? 6. So this term, how we can speak out? 2 raised to the power 6. As simple. So the whole chapter is based on this concept. We have to read some properties, some rules regarding exponent and its power. So this chapter is very simple. So I hope you have cleared the name of the chapter. Now we have to go its law, rules and regulations. What we have to do? Follow to simplify the exponent and power questions. So please make a note first. Now I am going to start some rules for the exponent and power. So first rule is what? A raised to the power m divided by a raised to the power n is what? A raised to the power m minus n. What's the rule is? It's very simple. So please have a look first. Rule first. For example, if you have to do multiply two number, 4 multiply 8. What's the answer? 4 into 8 we get 32. It's simple. But we have to use the exponent in power multiplication rules. So I am changing this number into exponent in power. You know 4 can be written as 2 raised to the power 2. And 8 can be written as 2 raised to the power 3. Now what's the rule is? If you found a multiplication of two terms which is in forms of exponent and power, you have to check whether the exponent is same or not. If you found the exponent is same, because in this case exponent is what? 2. If you found exponent is same, then power will be add and you have to write 1 times as a exponent. What's the rule? If exponent of multiplications, if exponent in multiplication is same, then power will be add. This is the rule first. So in this exponent is same, so you have to write as it is exponent and power will be add up. So 2 plus 3 is what? 5. So 2 plus 3 is 5 and you can verify the answer. 2 raised to the power 5, which indicates 2 comes in 5 times. So you have to do multiply 2 in 5 times. 2 into 2 4, into 2 8, into 2 16, into 2 32. You got the same answer as 32. We already know what's the answer is 32. By using this property, we get also the same answer. So it's very easy if you have to do multiply exponent and power terms. If you find out the exponent is same, then power will be add. So this is the rule first. And how we can write the rule as in terms of exponent and power? For example, if I am taking exponent as a and power is as a m, a raised to the power m. Now it is multiplied with a raised to the power n. Now what is exponent is a is same, then power will be add. So you have to write exponent a and power will be add. Power is what? M plus n. So we get m plus n. This is the rule first. I am taking another one example. For example, if I am taking someone exponent different. 7 raised to the power 9 multiply 7 raised to the power 11. You know 7 exponent is same. So you have to write exponent only 1 times, then power will be add up. So power will be 9 plus 11 is what? 20. So you get 7 raised to the power 20. This is the answer. So this is the rule first. So I hope you will clear your first rule. So please make a note with example in your fair notebook also. Please make a note. This is an example. I am taking example 1 and this is what? Example 2. Please make a note. Now I am going to take rule second. In rule second is what? If you are taking same question, we are doing multiply a term which is in terms of exponent and base, but the question is changed. In this, if the exponent is different but the power is same, then what will be the results? For example, I am taking example 2 raised to the power 7 multiply 6 raised to the power 7. In this what? The exponent is different but power is same. What is? Exponent is different but power is same. Then what's the result? The result is what? The power remains same. So the power is what? 7. And the exponent is what? The exponent is multiplied of both the terms. So what is 2 into 6? 2 multiply 6. So answer is what? 2 into 6, 12. 12 raised to the power 7. This is the answer. So please note it. If exponent is different but power is same during multiplication, what's the result? Then exponent is multiplied. Exponent is multiplied and power remains same. And power remains same. If the rule is what? If exponent is different but power is same during multiplication, then exponent is multiplied and power remains same. So for example, if I am taking a generalized case, a raised to the power m multiply b raised to the power m. In this case, a and b exponents are different and powers are same. So what's the result? Exponent get multiplied. A into b gives us ab and power remains same. This is the rule second. I am taking, this is example 1. I am taking another example, example 2. So we have to do multiply 7 raised to the power 9 multiply 3 raised to the power 9. Now what's the answer? The answer is same because the power is same. So exponent gets multiplied. So answer is what? 7 gets multiplied with 3 and exponent remains same. So what's the answer? 7 into 3, 21. 21 raised to the power 9. This is the answer. So this is the rule second. Please make a note. Now I am going to take rule 3. First two rules are basically for multiplications of the exponent and base terms. Now I am doing rules for division. If you have a two terms in terms of exponent and base during division, what's the result we will be obtained? For example, I am taking an example 1 3 raised to the power 7 divided by 3 raised to the power 3, or I am taking example 2. Now look at here, exponent is 3 and power is 7. In this exponent is 3 and power is 2. Now these two terms are in terms of division, not a multiplication, division. So whenever you find a terms which is in forms of division and you get exponent is 3, so it means exponent is same but power is different. So whenever you find exponent is same but power is different during division, if you find exponent is same but power is different, during division, then what's the result? Then you have to write the exponent. Then exponent is same and power gets subtracted. So exponent remains same and power gets subtracted. So what's the answer is in this case? 3 is your what? 3 is your exponent and power is subtract 7 minus 3. So answer is what? 3 raised to the power 4, and 3 raised to the power 4 you can simplify. 3 into 3 9 into 3 27, 27 into 3 81. So what's the answer is 81. So generalized case, how we can write? For example, a raised to the power m and b raised to the power n. In this exponent, a raised to the power n. In this case is what? Exponent is same as a, but power is different. So what's the result? Exponent remains same and power gets subtract. So we get m minus n according to this. I am taking another example. Look at the example number 2. If you have 7 raised to the power 6 divided by 7 raised to the power 2. 7 raised to the power 6 into 7 raised to the power 2. Now what's the answer is? You have to write exponent as it is same and power gets subtracted. So 6 minus 2. Answer is what? 7 raised to the power 4. If you simplify, you get an answer. According to, you can write in this format also, or you can write after multiplication, you get answer. So please make a note. This is rule 3rd. Now look at the rule 4th. For example, I am taking an example 35 raised to the power 17 divided by 5 raised to the power 17, and you have to simplify this answer. How you get the simplify? It's very easy. Now what's the rule? Now look at this. In this, exponent is different and power is same during division. If exponent is different but power is same during division, what's the answer? Then exponents gets divide, and power remains same. So what's the answer is? Answer is what? This indicates that the exponent is divided. It means we have to divide 35 divided by 5 and power is remains same. So power remains same. So we can divide 35 can be divided by 5 on the table of 5 sevens are 35. So what's the answer is? 7 raised to the power 17 is your answer. It's very simple. So if I write generalized expression for this, what's the result? If a raised to the power m and b raised to the power m, power is same and exponent is different. So what? Exponents gets divided and power remains same. So this is the rule 4th. So 2 rules are for multiplication and 2 rules for our division. Now I am taking another example. 105 raised to the power 3 divided by 15 raised to the power 3, and you have to do simplify. It's very simple. Look at, exponent is different but power is same. So what's the rule? Exponents gets divided. So what's the answer? 105 divided by 15 and power remains same. So power is 3. Now 105 can be divided on the table of 15. 15 sevens are 105. So what we will get? We get 7 raised to the power 3. And 7 into 7, 49 into 7, 343. This is the answer. So this calculation becomes very, very easy if we apply the rules of exponent and power. So please make a note of rule 4 and note it in your fair notebook. Now rule number 5. If you found any terms in terms of exponent and power and the whole term also has a power, so what's the results? What I am saying, for example, if 2 raised to the power 3, this is what? This is in terms of exponent and power. 2 is exponent and 3 is what? Power. If this term has also a power, so how we get solved? If you get any terms in terms of exponent and power and the whole terms also has a power, so power gets multiplied and exponent remains same. So what's why I say exponents remain same, 2 is same and power gets multiplied. So 3 multiply 5, we get 2 raised to the power 15. This is the answer. It's very simple. Now what's the rule? If any term in the form of exponent and power and also has some power, then what? Exponent remains same, then exponent remains same and power gets multiplied. So power gets multiplied. So if I am writing the generalized way, how I can write generalized way? For example, if a raised to the power n, this is the term exponent and base, and the whole term as a power. So what's the result? Exponent written as it is and power gets multiplied. So m multiply n. So what's the answer? A raised to the power m n. This is the answer. I am taking another example. Please make a look. I am writing here. Please make a look. If 2 raised to the power 3 and whole raised to the power 7. Now what's the answer? 2 raised to the power 3 multiply 7 because the power gets multiplied. So answer is what? 2 raised to the power 3 into 7, 21. So 2 raised to the power 21 is your final answer. This is the rule number 5. So please make a note. Now look at the rule number 6. Rule 6. If any terms in terms of exponent and power is 0, now what's the answer? For example, can take 3 raised to the power 0. Now what is the answer? Exponent is 3 but the power is 0. If you get a term in terms of exponent and base power, in the power you get 0, the answer always be 1 whatever the base. So answer is 1. For example, I am taking 2, 3, 4, 1, 5, 7, 5 raised to the power 0. In this again, exponent is whatever. If the power is 0, the answer will be always 1. Here we have a number but not a confused. In this maybe have a variable like xyz. For example, if I have x raised to the power 0, now what's the answer is again 1. In this the power is 0. You have not to worry about the exponent, because if you get power is 0, answer is 1. Same here, if 2xy and raised to the power 0, now the answer is same, answer is what? 1. Rule 6 is what? If you have a term in exponent and power, exponent and power is equal to 0, and power is equal to 0, then answer is what? Then result is what? Result is always 1. So answer is always 1. So this can be written as a raised to the power 0 is always 1 according to generalized case. So please make a note. Rule 7. If you have a term but the power is not specified, then how you can write its power? If there is no power specified of any terms, you have to take it as a 1. For example, if number is 5 and I want to write in terms of exponent and power, so how I can write it as 5 raised to the power 1? Because if number is not has a power, it means the number comes only one times. So 1 indicates that the number 5 comes only one times. Same way, if x has no power, it means what? It means x comes in 1 times, because in this chapter we have to do with exponent and power. So try to make every term as a term in terms of exponent and power. Same, for example, I am taking another example. If xy is a term, so how I can write it as xy raised to the power 1. So if there is no power is specified of the exponent, then you have to take it as 1. Rule 7. If no power is specified, then you have to take power as a 1. You have to take power is equal to 1. For example, a can be written as a raised to the power 1 as a generalized case. I hope you understand this rule. So please make a note. Now rule 7 is what? Whenever you move a term, exponent and base term is moved either from upward to downward or downward to upward. I mean to say, if you move a term numerator to denominator or denominator to numerator, then the exponent remains same and then power change, sign of the power gets changed. What I say, please note it. Rule number 8. What is? Please make a note first. What the rule is? If you move a term which is in exponent and base, sorry, exponent and power, either from numerator to denominator or denominator to numerator, then what? Then exponent remains same. Then exponent remains same. And sign of the power will be changed. So it's very easy. Please make a example. For example, 2 raised to the power, sorry, I am taking example. Firstly, 2 raised to the power minus 5, and you want to make the power positive, or you want to move this denominator term on the numerator. It means you have to move the lower term to the upper term. So what's the answer is what? The exponent remains same. So 2 is your exponent, it remains same, only gets the change in sign of the power. Here the sign of the power is negative 5, so it becomes positive 5. So answer is what? 2 raised to the power 5, and this is what answer is 32. I hope this property will be clear to you. I am going to take some more example, so please make a note first. I am taking some example more. For example, 3 raised to the power 7, and you want to move in the denominator. In this there is no denominator. If the term has no denominator part, you can write it divided by 1. Because if we divide any number by 1, we get the same number. So if you want to move this on the denominator part, then what's the answer? The exponent remains same, only change of the sign of the power. So answer is what? 3 raised to the power 7 gets changed negative 7. Please make a look here. In this what? I just move 3 on the denominator part. So the exponent 3 remains same, and power sign will be changed. So in this power is positive 7, and this becomes negative 7. If there is no term specified in the numerator part, so we have to take 1. So that's why I am taking as a 1. Taking some more example. If you have a 7 raised to the power minus 3, how you can write? You can make it positive if you move this term on the denominator part. So I move this term on the denominator. So exponents remain same, only change the sign of the power. So this becomes positive. And there is no term specified on the numerator, so you have to use 1. So answer is this 1. And you can simplify this 7 raised to the power 3, because positive 3 is basically 3. And what is 7 raised to the power 3? Answer 3, 4, 3. I am taking some more example. If I have a 2 raised to the power minus 5 and 3 raised to the power minus 3, and you want to make all x power as a positive, then how we can move? If we move this on the numerator to denominator, so I want to move this, and this move to the numerator, then the power will be becomes positive. So what will happen if I take this term on the numerator part? Only gets the change in sign of power. So this is what? 3 raised to the power, here the power is negative, this becomes positive. Now if I move this part on the denominator, the exponent is what? 2. Only change the sign of power. Power is negative 5. So this becomes positive 5. So answer is what? 3 raised to the power 3, because you can treat positive 3 as a 3. And the answer is 2 raised to the power 5. So answer is what? 27 divided by 32. This is the answer. I hope this will be clear to you. It's very easy. If you move the term, only the exponents will remain same, only the power sign will be changed. Please make a note. Now look at the property number 9. Rule number 9. It's very simple. If you have a term in terms of exponent is in terms of p by q. I have a term exponent to the power, but exponent comes in forms of p by q. Exponent is what? In terms of p by q whole power. If you do reciprocal of that term, then the sign of the power gets changed. What's the rule? For example, if you have a 3 by 5, please make a note first. For example, if we have a term 3 by 5 and its power is -5, and you have to do reciprocal of the exponent. Exponent is what? 3 by 5. If I do reciprocal means make numerator as a denominator and denominator as a numerator. So this becomes 5 by 3. If you do reciprocal of the exponent, then the sign of the power gets changed. So the power becomes +5. I am taking another example. If you have a 7 by 3 raised to the power -3, you can write it as by changing the term 3 by 7, the sign of the power gets changed. -3 becomes +3. So this is our rule. What? If exponent is in the form of p by q, then q by p, exponent form, and power is anyone. Power may be anyone, or you can say, you can write or in simplest way, if the exponent is in the form of p by q and you want to do reciprocal and you want to do reciprocal the exponent, then what? Then sign of the power will change. Then sign of the power will be changed. I am taking some example more. If you have a by b in terms of n, and you have to make it b by a, then what? Then sign of the power will be changed. In this case, the sign of power m is positive, so it becomes negative. I am taking some one more example. If I have 3 by 29 raised to the power -21, and you want to make positive power. How you can make positive power? By changing the term. If I change the term 29 by 3, then sign of the power will be changed. It becomes +21. So its property is very important to do simplified the quickest answer in within 2 seconds or 3 seconds. So please make a note. This property rule is very important. So we did cover all the properties or the rules of laws of exponent for the exercise 12.1. Now we can start in our next lecture by using example. Then we will solve one by one each question. So if you really like my video and you want to require more videos on continue on this lecture, so you have to do subscribe, like and share my channel, and do comment on my channel if you do subscribe my channel. I really appreciate my subscribers. So it is free of cost. So don't be afraid. You can do subscribe because it is free channel. So I hope you enjoy this video. If you really enjoy this video, please do like and share with my video. We will meet you very soon. Thank you once again to watching my video from start to end.